Hi, my name is Andrey. I go to Hunter. My starter project was the Simon Says game, so I'm going to show you guys how it works. So it's a pretty simple little circuit. The interface consists of 4 buttons and 4 corresponding LEDs, and the lights turn on in a progressively more complicated pattern, which is generated randomly, and then the player has to repeat the pattern back into the thing with the buttons that correspond to the LEDs. The whole thing is controlled by an Atmega 328P microcontroller, which is an integrated circuit that can interpret inputs like the button presses and then send signals to various outputs like the buzzer over here and then the 4 lights. So yeah, basically someone at SparkFun wrote a bunch of code that would create a progressively more complicated sequence for the lights, and then it would then check to make sure that the user's putting in the correct sequence of buttons, and if they messed up it would start over. The buttons are actually pretty interesting because the light is like inside of them. So the way that works is first the lights were soldered onto the board, and then this hollow soft silicon thing was screwed on top of it, and the soft hollow part has a conductive disc on the bottom, so that when you press it down the conductive disc touches the circuit board, which allows an electrical connection to happen that the MCU can sense. There's also a piezoelectric buzzer on the back to play sounds that correspond with the game. And there are 2 switches, a power switch and a sound switch, so that you could mute the game. Yeah, finally there are 2 capacitors over here, and a capacitor stores energy, kind of like a battery. So what that does is, while the thing is running smoothly, the capacitor charges up. But if all of a sudden something happens that requires a lot more power and the battery is not enough anymore, the capacitor's energy can be drawn, just so that there's more of a stable supply of power to the MCU. So it doesn't have to shut down, and that's pretty much it.
Awesome.